Hey everybody, this is Jim the Tabletop Engineer and welcome back to a new playthrough video. Today I am playing Dungeon Saga Origins. I have restarted this game after I've sort of got a better grasp of the rules. And today I am playing adventure number 2 in the Trial of Tyranny campaign. This one is called A Key Forged in Finding. And because I'm playing solo, I'm going to be using the AI Overlord. And what that means is, let me flip to it real quick, is that there is a tool that Mantic has made available. You can see it right here on my computer screen. And it slowly unveils the dungeon to you as you move through it. It tells you where to place enemies. It tells you where traps and treasure chests are found and things like that are triggered. So in this episode, my heroes will be starting. This is a 3-tile dungeon. You can see tile number 1 here, tile number 2 here. So 3 tiles put together. My heroes start here, which is interesting. It is, okay, so the dwarf and the barbarian are up front. And the wizard is behind the barbarian. And then my elf archer is behind him. Now, before I get started, there are things you have to place according to the book here. There are some blocks of rubble that will prevent me from moving into certain areas. So I need to place those, and those are represented by tokens, if I can find them. I'm just trying to get the ones with rubble on the back. That's the one thing about this game, it drives me a little crazy. Okay, this prevents me from walking any further here. There is a door. 1, 2, 3. There's a door here. There is a door here. Wow, lots of doors. Okay. A door. So I can go all the way around. There's a door here. Man, one there. There's another one here. And I am out of door tokens, so I'm going to place an unopened door token right here to represent that one. Okay, more rubble. There is another bit of rubble blocking this hallway. Okay, so I'll place these there. So it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, forgot a door here. Another door. But the good news for me is it looks like there are no monsters in this hallway. So it's going to allow me to hopefully do some exploring. Okay. So I have gone ahead and set up my heroes. They all got their feat cards back. You can only use these once per game. They also each have a special ability once per game. They're at full health. The wizard has all of his spells, and each one of them has their recovery token. The recovery token, when they go to 0 health, everybody has 1 recovery. You flip it, you go back up to full health, but this turns into an interrupt token for the AI Overlord. Now, in the first adventure, I made a mistake. I gave the AI Overlord only 3 interrupt tokens. He was supposed to, or it is supposed to have 4. The reason I thought it was 3 was I only had 3 in my tray. I ended up finding another one in the box. So, and then I went back and looked at the rules, and it said, yes, there are 4. So, I made it a little easier. Not that much. The first episode was pretty easy fighting. And the Overlord would have run out of the interrupts real early in the game. So right now, what I can tell is, until I open a door, the Overlord is not going to move to aggressive and will hold their tokens. I've gone ahead and shuffled the exploration deck. What else did I do? I got the trap tokens down here shuffled. And that is it. It's time to play. All right, my 4 heroes each get a move action and a regular action, which could be like a search or a fight or cast a spell, that kind of thing. They each have different movement speeds. Madriga, my elf, can move 6. My dwarf Rodin can move 4. and Danor, the wizard, and Orloff, the barbarian, each have 5. I like to put Orloff out front. He's my tank. He can take a lot of damage. Well, not a lot of damage, but he deals a lot of damage. The objective in this game is to find the pieces of 4 keys. Once I find the 4 keys, after that I'm not quite sure what the goal is, but we'll get there. Let's go ahead and get started. Part of me is thinking this part of the dungeon is off limits right now. I only have access to really this one. So maybe I go as far as I can and start over here and work my way this way rather than start at the nearest door. I don't know. There's no retreat here. So yeah, let's do that. Rather than trigger, but it is going to trigger potential... No, I've got plenty of time to move them. So the way this works is everybody moves and then the Overlord gets a turn. And the Overlord will be in passive. But there's no traps. So it's kind of interesting. I could just move them all over to this far door and just say that they're here because it's going to go player turn, Overlord turn, player turn, Overlord turn. And as long as I don't open a door or fight a monster or anything like that, there's no chance of a monster. But that's not entirely true because once they move off this tile, there will be a spawn put. Yeah, let's do it. So we'll play it out. So Orloff will move 5. He goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So that's the end of the turn. They are still on the center tile here. So during the Overlord's turn, what did I do with it? Let me read this to you. So because they're still on the tile, there are no monsters. And it says, at the end of any Overlord turn, well, it's the Overlord's turn now. He's still on, I refer to it as a he. He's still on passive. And it says at the end of any Overlord turn where no monsters are on the board, that means anywhere, perform one of the following. If there are no spawn points currently on the board, place a new spawn point on a hero's starting square closest. So you do place a spawn point. And yeah, so I will place it on a closest to the weakest. That would be this one. There were 4 starting squares, so it's right there. That is where, during the Overlord's turn, there's a chance that wandering monsters will appear. Now, they really won't, because it says if no heroes are present on a game tile that contains a spawn point, the village moves a spawn point to a free square adjacent. If neither above, okay. Then you draw an exploration card. Well, there's no exploration cards to draw until I do a search of this corridor. So I technically can get all the way over here and then search the corridor, and that would trigger the interrupt. But only after I open a door. If neither is above, draw an exploration. If this card is an interrupt icon, place one of the marauding monsters on the spot points. Okay, so we'll just play it out very fast. On the next turn, I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to let my wizard get behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I'm going to let the elf go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Then the elf. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the thing. All right, I have now moved on to this board. It is the Overlord's turn. I haven't opened any doors. I haven't triggered any traps. So the Overlord is still in passive. Now it says if no heroes are on a game tile that contains an existing spawn point. That's this one. Move the spawn point to a free square adjacent to the game tile the weakest hero is currently on, following the path the hero took. Which means the spawn point is going to move to right here. I know you probably can't see it on the video, but it is right near me. Now on the next, as soon as I open a door or explore this area, there will start being a monster spawn. All right, so let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He is now in front of the door. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to move her behind him so she will be able to see into the door. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. The reason I didn't move diagonal is there's a wall there, and you can only move diagonal if both of the squares to the angled squares where you want to move diagonally are unblocked, and they are not. There's a wall there. So Rorden is taking his sweet time to move up. Now on this turn, we won't move the spawn point. It's just a free action. Let me go ahead and get Rorden moved all the way up. 1, 2, 3, and I'll move the wizard behind. All right, there we go. Now, into the turn, the spawn point stays the same. As soon as I open that door, we are now where this will turn to aggressive. So, on Orloff's turn, and I'm going to use activation tokens to indicate when they have activated. Let me get those out real quick. And I need one more. Where are you? Alright, right there. Okay. Let's do this. Now opening a door counts as one movement. So Orloff has 5. So he will spin 1 to open the door. And on the map here, what I do, I'm going to keep this off screen, but just want to show you. So I'm at this door right... There is no door there. What? I was wrong. There's no door there. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, it's down here. Sorry. So we'll just go ahead and place them down here. That was my fault. He was to the next. She was behind. And I know I could get there, so there we go. All right, I had the door placed on the wrong angle. Okay, so after I do that, I click this door. It reveals the room, and it tells me that there are 2 zombies in there, and there is some sort of bookcase. All right, so we'll go in here. Place 2 zombies. All right, there's a zombie here and a zombie here. There's a bookshelf here. And I can put this door away. All right, so he opened it with 1. I'm going to have him go in 1 space. He will attack the zombie. He rolls 5 dice to the zombie's 2. Oops. I've got the zombie card right here. The zombie will roll 2 dice. The zombie has armor of 1. So anything 2 or higher is a hit. I got a 5, a 4, a 4, a 2, and a 1. It got a 6 and a 1. The 6 beats my 5, but my 4 beats the 1, and the 4, 2 are not contested. So he successfully kills that zombie. Now, when I open the door, this flips over to aggressive. At the start of the round, when I completed... Okay, so normally, when I open that door, the AI could use one of its interrupts to force one of these monsters to attack. It interrupts my play. Like it would go now. But there's no exploration cards to look at yet. I haven't started exploring. So that interrupt can't be used, which means Orloff can go 1, 2, 3, 4. He can go 1, 2, 3, 4. And he will attack with 4 dice to the zombies 2. I got 2 4s and 2 3s. It rolls a 5 and a 3. Well, its 5 beats my 4, but the 4 beats the 3, and the 2 3s are uncontested, so he kills a zombie. And his turn is done. So Orloff is gone, Rorden is gone. That leaves... Can you search a bookshelf? I think you can. Let me see what the rules say. Okay. So All right, there is a search icon, but before I do that, I need to move in. So the wizard will go 1, 2, 3, 4, and search the bookcase. I click the search icon on the screen, and it tells me, ooh, you have found Dinlath's Amulet of Warding. Okay, I know that's probably a legendary item. So I have this deck of cards here. Dinlath's. Do I have it? Yeah, I do. Okay, I found an artifact. A talisman. It says, when the hero is the target of an enemy shoot or spell attack, roll a single die. On a score of 4 or more, the hero cannot suffer damage from that attack. May only be used once per round. Well, that's actually pretty good. Well, Danor has it. My wizard has it. The question is whether I give it to one of my other heroes. That's pretty cool. So a shooting attack or a spell attack, roll a dice, 4 or higher, no damage. Woo, that's pretty powerful. All right, that means there's no reason for Madriga to go into this room. So Danor went. Madriga could open this door. I hate to do that with all my heroes in here. And by the way, since I opened the door, it's moved to aggressive. Madriga... Oh, I did do an explorer. So it says when the room with the bookcase, no exploration cards are drawn. All right, so I didn't draw any exploration cards there. As soon as Madriga opens this door, we're already in aggressive mode. But time is ticking, right? So, because I better go ahead and open this door. Madriga moves 6. She will open this door. So I place an open door token to represent the door is now open. And I press the door here, and it shows... Ooh, what is that? There is an armored skeleton. They're the tough ones. Armored skeleton is right here. And that's all that's in this room. All right, so she doesn't even have to move. She can shoot through the door. She has line of sight. She shoots with 4 dice. Versus the armored zombie rolls 3. Oops. All right. Now the armored zombie has an armor of 3. So only 4s, 5s, and 6s can hit. Well, I got 2 4s and 2 2s. Unfortunately, she's only going to do 1 hit, which is not enough. So I think I'm going to use once per game, she can reroll any one of her dice when making a shoot action. So I'm going to roll one of these and hopefully beat... well, hold on. It rolled a 1. So... Oh, no, I did do it. The 4's tie, but my 4 beats its 2, and the 2 beats its 1. Hold on. No. The 2 isn't high. I do have to do it. I have to roll a 4 or higher to beat that 1. Because remember, it has an armor of 3. The 2 would not hit. So I'm going to use her special ability. I'm looking for a 4 or higher. And I got a 2, so I missed, and she has used her special ability. She cannot use it again. So she missed, and that is the end of my turn, which is unfortunate for me, because now this enemy can step forward and attack her. It attacks with 3 fight, and she defends with 3 fight. Now her armor is 2, so 2s and 1s are ignored. Well, I think I'm okay. I rolled a 6, a 5, and it rolled a 3, a 2, and a 2. Now remember, the 2s don't count, so the 6 beats its 3, and the 5 is uncontested, so she takes no damage. That is the end of the turn. We flip this back over to... Hold on. I don't flip this over, right? Yeah, I do. Flip it back over. So we're now back to passive. It will flip to aggressive if I open another door or if I attack an enemy and do no damage. So I've got to kill this one. These aren't the ones I need to move. These are the activation tokens. Okay, Danor, the door is blocked. So unfortunately, Madriga is going to have to fight 3 versus 3. If she moves, it's going to get an attack of opportunity. But there is a rule where I can move. See, Orloff can move through her, but there's an enemy. He can't move through him, so I'm technically blocked here. The rule says that you can... It's not sneaking. It's called breaking away. Here we go. A model that wishes to move out of a square that is in one of the enemy models' front search must attempt to break away. Each model with a front arc covering the model gets a free strike. Each model making a free strike makes a fight attack against the moving model using normal rules. So it's like an attack of opportunity. I'm going to have her shift to the right. Now it does say if there's damage done, I don't get to move. If the model is still alive, it may continue with its movement. So it doesn't matter. She should still be alive. It's going to attack with 3. I'm going to defend with 3. Oh, that's not good. It's 6 beats my 3. The 3's tie. But it does do a point of damage. Alright, so she shifts. And she is done. Orloff turns and runs at the enemy and rolls 5 dice to its 3. And only 4s and higher hit. I got a 5, a 4, and a whole bunch. But luckily it got a 4 and a 3 and a 3. This hits and this hits. This one doesn't matter. 2 hits are enough to kill it. And Orloff did his job. Alright. So Orloff moved and fought. He is done. The 1, 2, 3, 4. He can't do it. The wizard will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The wizard can move through him. He's in the room. I could search the room, but do I want to? That's going to put an exploration. Yeah, we'll search. I'll search the room. And it says draw an exploration card. All right, here we go. All right, I got 50 gold. If you take the gold, roll a single die. On a 2 or less, you disturb poisonous mushrooms and take a single point of damage. I think it's worth it. The gold is good stuff. So a 2 or less. Don't roll a 2 or less. I rolled a 4, so I get 50 gold. I will take it, and that's for Danor. And the last one to move is going to be my dwarf. 1, 2, 3, 4. This room apparently has nothing else in it. So that is the end of the turn. So remember, we did destroy the enemy, and we did a search, which I believe does not trigger the passive to flip to aggressive. However, remember, there is no enemy on here, and there's now an exploration card. So you always check to see if there are any enemies. There are not. Is there a spawn point? There is. Are there any heroes on here? No. You look at the bottom exploration card to see if it has an interrupt symbol. It does not. If it did, I would place a marauding enemy on here. And for this dungeon, the marauding enemy is a skeleton archer. So it will always be dropping an archer. I hate the archers. Ranged weapons. All right, it is now my turn. So everybody moved. Time to go explore that door. Orloff. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to wait until everybody's up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, everybody's there. Again, it's the end of the turn. There is no exploration card with a interrupt, so I get a free pass, and we'll open this door. So that door is this one. There is a table. Here we go. And it is right in the center of the room. And there is another one of these armored zombies here. So he opened it with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he can run at it. He'll swing with 5 dice. And by the way, that switched it to aggressive because I opened a door. And it rolls 3 to my 5 and only 4s and higher hit. I got a single 5, a bunch of 3s, 2s, and 2s. It got a 5, so it does not. I miss. Now, at this point, since his turn is done, because we're in aggressive, I would look to see if one of the enemies can interrupt the next hero. I would look at the exploration card. There is not one. Or there's no interrupt, so it can't. So this means it's my turn. Madriga will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She is coming from the side. She will shoot with 4 dice to its 3. Only 4s and higher hit. I got a 5 and a 3, a 3. These will not hit. I have nothing to re-roll. She already used her special ability, so I miss. Man, those guys are hard. They are tough. Next, I cannot get Orloff in there. He cannot move diagonally through this thing, so that leaves my wizard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My wizard will cast a spell. It looks like I would do this 5 dice attack, which I think is what I'm going to do. Discard this card. Doesn't use cast tutor or someone if one or both resolved. Okay, hold on. The target does not need to. The attack is unable to move for the rest. All right, I'm going to cast Petty Magic. Petty Magic means this enemy will not. Oh, it won't move. They attack and defend with -1 die. And it can only attack Orloff, so that's good. I will cast it. That's a waste of a spell, though. But it's -1 die. No, I'm going to hold on to it. It will attack Orloff. So it rolls 3 to Orloff's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Orloff's armor is 2, so 3s and higher will hit. It got a 5, a 3, and a 2. But fortunately, I rolled a 6 and a 6, and those 2 are blocked, and it does no damage. Okay, it is now my turn. No enemy spawns, because, again, no interrupt symbol. Orloff, 5 versus 3. Come on, man. There we go. 6, 4, 4, 4. It got a 6, a 2, and a 1. The 6s are blocked, but I got 1 hit, 2 hits, and it is killed. And Orloff is done. Let's have the dwarf stay put. Did I ever explore this? I don't think I did. I never explored this hallway. And I haven't explored this room. So let's have Madriga explore this room. She'll go next. I click the explore button. I draw an explore card. I got small gems. Add 75 gold to your hoard. Excellent. 25, 52, Madriga. Alright, she's done. Danor will stay put. I'm not gonna, or he'll move out. No, he'll stay put. I'm gonna have Rorden search the hallway. I'm getting greedy. I'm probably going to draw a monster. I click it. And I got a trap. Alright, what did he trigger? You roll a d6. I rolled a 1, which is a poison dart. Poison dart. Overlord player immediately attacks the hero with a 3 dice. Ooh, 3 dice attack. Now, Rorden defends with 4. So, and he has armor of 3. So only 4s and higher will hit. It got a 6 and a 5 and a 4. And unfortunately, I got a 5, 2 2s, and a 1, which means I take how much damage? Just 1 damage. Oh. Alright, he took some damage. Alright, let's keep going.
Check out the new RPG and Wargame newsletter. Each week, the Tabletop Engineer shares news, products, Kickstarters, and much more related to the gaming hobby. It's free to subscribe, so check out the link in the video description below to sign up.
Alright, so he took the damage from the trap, and that is it. It is now the Overlord's turn. There is a spawn point, but the bottom card is not got an interrupt. It comes to the top of the discard pile. These cards will keep shuffling. You always pull from the bottom and move it to the top. So far I'm lucky. I have not drawn any well, that's not true. I just drew an interrupt for the trap. So that goes on top, but this one got pulled and put. So it forces the interrupt to the bottom of the deck. It's a really neat little mechanism for getting the Overlord to get a surprise attack on you. All right, 1 damage, and that's it. Everybody else is healthy. So let's see. My turn. I guess we got to go back this way. I can't go in this hallway because it's rubble. So let's have Orloff move. He'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's done. Madriga, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Done. That's Danor, excuse me. Madriga, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And she's done. And O'Riordan will move up 1 just to keep them all together. I'm going to have him guarding the rear. He's going to be looking behind. So will the elf. I forget that orientation is part of the game here. When you finish a move, you're supposed to point your hero at one of the 4 cardinal points, north, east, south, or west. That allows you to block your rear or defend your rear. All right. So there is a door here, and then these doors going back. So let's see. That is the end of the turn. So again, I didn't trigger any traps this turn. This should have gone back to passive. I didn't open any doors. There is a spawn point. So what you do is you look at the bottom of the card. Nothing. It comes to the top. Now the card on the bottom does have a spawn. So next turn, there is going to be a monster coming. And that is the end of the turn. So I pull these activation tokens down. And Madriga took a point, yeah. And so did Riordan. All right, let's go through that door. Orloff will move. He moves 5. 1, 2. He'll open the door for 3. I'll put a token to indicate that door is open now. 3. I click on here to explode the door. There's 2 zombies. A zombie here and a zombie here. Is that a chest? There is a chest token. Nice. Let me find a chest token. Chest token goes right here. When you open a chest, you draw 2 exploration cards, which I don't want to do, but it's just part of the risk. And I said there was another zombie right here. Okay. Is that it? That is it. So he did 3. 3 to open the door. 4. He can't. He's got to kill this because otherwise he's blocking the door. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the zombies. 2. 2s and higher hit. I got all 5. 5, 5, 5, 4, 4. It got a 4 and a 3, which is more than enough to do 2 damage to it, and that zombie is gone. And Orloff is done. He yells out, "Zombie!" In runs Madriga. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And she will shoot at it with a 4-die attack versus its 2. Again, 2s and higher will hit. I got a 6 and a 2. Unfortunately, it rolled a 6 and a 1, which means I did not defeat it. It takes 2 hits, so only 1 hit. I'm going to get Riordan up. 1, 2, 3. He cannot enter the door because his 4th move would put him in the same place as Orloff, which means my wizard is going to guard the rear. Actually, the wizard will move down 1 with back against this wall. Right there. Okay. That is the end of my turn. All right, here we go. We did not do any damage to that enemy, so it flips to aggressive. After she shot, after she shot, let me move them back. Well, I'll leave him there. It won't matter because he can't get in the room. After Madriga shot, I should have checked for an interrupt, which basically means you look at the bottom card. There is an interrupt. It moves to the top. One of the interrupt tokens goes away, and the zombie gets to interrupt Rorden and Danor's move, but it won't matter because they're outside. So it would have gone 1, 2. It can't go here because it can't attack through the wall. So it has to move here, which means it is outnumbered. All right, I've got 2 enemies in its front arc. It will attack with 2 dice. Now here's the funny thing. I did not realize this rule. The zombie has an armor of 1. The armor can never drop below 1, but let's say it had an armor of 2. Because it's outnumbered, it would lose 1 of its attack dice. But you can never go below 2 dice to roll. So it would not, and when you can't take one of the attack dice away, you lower the armor by 1. So it would have gone from 2 to 1. But again, the armor can never go below 1, and it already had 1. So that the outnumbering doesn't really help me here. It will attack with 2, and it is attacking Madriga, who has 3. Her armor is 2, so only 3s and higher will hurt. I got a 6, and a 5, which beats its 2 2s, and no damage. Excellent. All right. But we also, at the end of the turn, you check the spawn points. You look at the bottom card. It is not a spawn, but it comes to the top, or it is not an interrupt, so we will not place another enemy here. But if there were, it would be another enemy placed here, and it doesn't activate until the next enemy round. Okay, it is now my turn. Let's take their tokens off. Madriga can only use her melee. She can't use her bow. So let's have Orloff try to hit first. He rolls 5 to its 2. And it 2s and higher will kill it, will hurt it. I got a 6, a 5, and a 3. It got 2 1s. Easily destroy that zombie. And Orloff is done. There is a chest here. I put it in the wrong room. Let's have Orloff. 1, 2, 3, 4. Orloff will do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not Orloff, Rorden. Sorry. These names. Orloff, Rorden, Danor, Madriga. They all have R's in their name. He will move up and he will search that chest. All right, so when you search a chest, you draw 2 exploration cards. And I hate this because it's usually bad stuff. Well, it's a healing potion and gold. I will take the healing potion. And gold. 10 gold. If you take the gold, roll a die. 2 or less, you take a sting. Your hero's combat value is lowered by 1 until the end of the next round. It's worth the 10. Don't roll a 2 or less. I rolled a 3, so I get 10 gold for Rorden. Not a lot of 10 tokens. Not a lot. Where are you? 10. Come on, man. Really? There it is. There's one. All right. We got a 10, and this goes on top of the deck. The other one was the healing potion, which I keep in my pile. It does not carry over to the next game, so it's use it or lose it. I will probably, it says recover 1 health. I could give it to Madriga or Rorden, but I'll hold it until later. We'll see. All right, and then the room can be explored. Do I want to explore the room? I've got Madriga. She will move 1, 2 back against the wall, and she'll search the room. Why not? So let me click it. Don't be a wandering monster. A battle potion. The hero may retain this card and use it at any time. When used, the card is discarded, and the hero adds +2 dice to their next fight attack up to a maximum of 6. I probably want to give that to Orloff, but I can't until I'm adjacent to him. So at some point I want to pass that over because he would get to add 2, or give it to Orloff, who gets 4. because Rorden can only go up to 6. He's already at 5, but that would take Rorden's up to 6. We'll give it to Rorden. All right, that is it. Everybody has moved. It is the end of the turn. Now, it was set to aggressive because, why? When a hero attacks and fails to destroy a monster. That didn't happen. So it's still on passive. All right. And now it's the Overlord's turn, so we look at the bottom card. It is not an interrupt. It comes to the top. And no spawn. So we're moving this way. All right, let's keep going. Orloff. Where's that door? Did I move it? The door was right here. All right, so Orloff will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and face this way. Next will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Wizard in the middle, and then the dwarf 1, 2, 3, 4. Man, his slow speed really catches up to me, and I'm going to put his back. I'm going to put him facing outward in case something triggers. All right, I think that is it. I forgot to put an open door here to indicate that door was open. I mean, I know it is, but I might as well put it there just to remind myself that it was explored. All right. Okay, everybody has gone. And we are now to the end of the turn. I didn't trigger any traps, but there is a spawn, so we look. There is an interrupt. So it takes a token. It puts a monster here, and then because we put one there, it says if this card is but does not activate it, so it will not activate this turn. That's really good for me. Okay, it is now my turn. Orloff will step forward and swing 5 dice, and that is a archer. That is a skeleton archer, which rolls 2 dice, and it has armor of 1. And it only takes 1 damage to kill it. That's right, they're very fragile. That's right, I forgot about that. All right, come on, I just need 1 hit. And I got a 6, a 5. It blocked my 6, 5, 2. Well, the 2, hold on, its armor is 1, so the 2 does hit. This is blocked, but my 2 beats its armor of 1. It hits. It only needs 1 damage, so he managed to kill it. That was close. He does have a special ability. I could have re-rolled 1 of his dice to deal with it, but I didn't have to, thankfully. Okay, let's see. What now? Well, he already moved and he fought, so he can't do anything. So let's get Madriga to go 1, 2, 3, 4. She'll get here. The wizard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, facing away. And then the dwarf 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. That's all I can do. So the turn is over. We didn't open any doors. We did destroy the enemy, so this stays at passive. But you still check for the spawn point. The spawn point is not... it doesn't matter if it's aggressive or not, if I remember right. At the end of any Overlord turn where no monsters are on the board. Yes. All right, so there are no monsters. So we look at the bottom card. No interrupt, so no monster. It is my turn. Orloff will go 1, 2. He can open the door. 1, 2. He'll open the door for his third action, or third movement point. And that reveals this room. Oh, there's a door here too. I forgot this one. Oops. All right, we'll do. No, I don't want to do that one. I want to do this one, right? It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. Okay, we'll open it. There are 2 zombies. One here and one right here. Is that right? Hold on. What is that? No, right here. Sorry. And no chest. There is a door. There's a door right there. 2 zombies. All right, so he did 3, 4, 5. He will swing at this zombie for 5 dice versus its 2. 2s and higher hit. I got a 6, a 5, a 3, and 2 2s. It got a 6 and a 2. It does block my 6, but fortunately I got 4 more hits, and that zombie is gone. That does flip this over to aggressive, which means I look at the bottom card to see if one of the interrupts. There is no interrupt, so this zombie will not act. It is now my turn. Madriga will move 1, 2, 3, 4. She will shoot a 4-die attack versus its 2. 2s and higher hit. I will re-roll that. It was Catacorner. We got a 5, a 4, a 3. The 1s miss. The 6 and the 1. The 5 does not get through at 6, but the 4 does and the 3 does, and we kill another one. That leaves... I will send my wizard in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to the wall. And the wizard will search. So they've all done. Rorden hasn't moved yet. I will do a search of this. Can I search this room? Yes, I can. Draw an Explorer card. Bag of gold. I promise I shuffled that deck. Sometimes you just get lucky. Add 25 gold. But if you take the gold on a score, roll a die on a score of 2 or less, a mechanism triggers that hero's turn. Ends the hero's turn. The Overlord may immediately open the nearest unlocked door, revealing any contents and activating a revealed monster. So basically, this door will come open, and if there's a monster in here, it will get to move. It's worth it. 25 gold. I'll take the 25 gold. So I roll a die, and it's on a 2 or less. I rolled a 2. So this door does open, which means on the screen here, I click to open that door. And there are 2 zombies in this room. They are here and here. Now the rules say you always move the furthest enemy. Let me get a door token to indicate that door is open. It is right here. All right, so the furthest enemy is this one. This one would go 1, 2, 3. This one would go 1, 2, 3. Both of them are going to get, or one of them is going to get attacked. It says you get to activate an enemy. So as soon as it steps through the door, it will swing at Rorden. It's in his front arc because he was facing this way. He rolls 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it rolls 2. Orloff has an armor of 2, so only 3s and higher hit. I got a 5, 6, 3, and 2 1s. It got a 6 and a 4. This blocks, but the 4 doesn't beat my 5, and no damage. Okay, it was worth it. Did I get the gold? I did not. 25 to... who did the search? Who did that search? Was it Danor? I think it was Danor. Yeah, because I put my wall back to the wall. That was it. So Danor got some more gold. All right. It is now my turn. Oh, no, hold on. No, it's not. Rorden did not. Rorden will move up 1. And he will stand here. There's a spawn token here. So I'm going to wait and see what happens. All right. So this one already activated. So what you do is you put a token here to indicate it activated. It will not activate this round. It is blocking this one, however, which is good. Rorden moved, and that's the end of the turn. All right, so now it's the Overlord's turn. So the first thing we do is we are in aggressive because the door was opened, which means we check to see if there is an interrupt. No, we don't. It's his turn. So this one will move here, and it's blocked. It can move through itself, but if it moves here or here, I get an attack of opportunity. Because once it comes into base contact, you're supposed to initiate contact. So that was good. Now we look at the bottom of the card to see if there's an interrupt. There is not. So nothing spawns at the spawn point. And that's the end of the turn. All right, there we go. So now it's my turn. Orloff will turn and attack this zombie. 5 to its 2. 2s and higher hit. I got a 6, a 5, a 4. I was supposed to roll another die. And a 2. They all hit. The 4 and the 3 are not enough to block the 6 and the 5, and that zombie is dead. The zombie outside the door will not move until its turn. So it's my turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't shoot at it. I'm going to have to wait for it to enter. And by the way, was there a door in this room? There's not. This is a dead-end room. Okay. Okay. So he just went... I guess I could send Madriga up there with a 3-die attack versus its 2. It just needs 2s and higher. I'm going to do it. Madriga runs up and will attack with 3 dice to its 2. All she needs is 2s and higher to hit. I got a 4, a 2, a 2, but unfortunately it rolled a 6 and a 5, so it does no damage. Ah! Okay, Danor will flee. 1, 2, 3, 4. He will guard the rear. So Rorden went, Madriga went, Danor went, and now Orloff will stay put because I think there's going to be a monster appear here soon. And that is the end of my turn. All right. So on this turn, the zombie will attack Madriga. 2 dice to her 3. And Madriga has an armor of 2, so only 3s are higher hit. And it rolled a 3 and a 1. But I block with a 5 and a 4, so no damage there. We need to see if the spawn happens. There is an interrupt. So, it places an archer, not a archer, here. It does not activate, and that is the end of the Overlord's turn. My turn. This is... Maybe putting Madriga there was not such a smart idea. Let's see. If I'm going to attack, and if she misses, she'll move. It'll get an opportunity attack, but that'll let Orloff do his thing. So she rolls 3 to its 2. She will attack. And the 6 blocks the 6, the 5, and the 3. This is a zombie. And the 1... she misses. Alright, so she will step aside. The zombie will take a free attack. 3s and higher. And my 5, 4, 3 block its 3, 1. So it doesn't do any damage. That allows Orloff to move up. He swings 5 dice to its 2. I rolled all 6s, a 5, and a 4. It rolled a 6 and a 3. Plenty to destroy it. Alright. That is Orloff. Rorden has an enemy in front of him. He rolls 4 dice to its 2. Skeleton Archer. 2s and higher hit. It only takes 1 damage to kill it. I got a 5 and a 4 to its 3, 2. More than enough. And I destroy the skeleton. And Rorden is done. And that leaves Danor. Danor will shift over. I don't know why, but he can't do much anyway. And that is the end of the turn. Actually, hold on. I need to go in that room to explore. But I can't because he moved and attacked, Yeah, so I'll have to explore on my next turn. End of the round. Pull these off. It was supposed to split to passive because I did manage... Well, no, it wasn't. It's still aggressive because I didn't manage to destroy that enemy with Madriga. So it stays aggressive. All right, so that means we check the bottom. No interrupt. So no spawned enemy this turn. Now it's my turn. Orloff will step in. Actually, yeah, Madriga's taking some damage. Let's have Orloff step in 1, and he will search the room. Oh, it says secret. Okay, hold on. Oh, there's a secret door. Woo! The secret door is where? Is down here. All right, that's going to open up this tile over here. Okay, got it. So when I opened the door, oh yeah, I can still, well, I can't search the room until the next turn because I already did a search action. I believe that's right. I think if a secret door is revealed, you can't do another search until the next one. Let me double check that. But breaking away, casting, exploring. Okay, if a player explores and a secret passageway is present, reveal it. They must place it as shown. When a secret passageway is found, I forgot. There's always this risk of an alarm going off. Roll a d6. On a 2 to 6, all is well. On a 1, an alarm goes off. I'll re-roll that since it was cockeyed. 4. Nothing happens. If I had rolled a 1, it says you place a marauding monster following the normal rules. So a monster would have appeared right there. All right, so we found the secret room into here. I haven't opened it yet, but I'm really curious about what's in this room. This is where curiosity kills the cat, right? I've got an unexplored room. My good guy, my strong guy is all the way over here. I don't want to risk going all the way back, so maybe Rorden can do it. All right, so Orloff just moved and searched. I'm going to move Madriga. 1, 2, 3. She's in here. She's done. The wizard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can move through allies, remember. Wall, back to the wall. Now, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe, no, you know what? He's going to stay out here. Rorden might need help. Rorden will move 1. I will open this door for 2, which reveals... I don't want to... This is probably bad. Oh, a zombie and an armored skeleton. Armor and a zombie. All right, so poor Rorden. He opened the door. He did 1, 2. He's got 2 more movement. I need to block that door. Although I could shift to the side and let him fire a spell at the zombie, but I've been kind of stingy with my spells, but they're there for a reason. I think Rorden can take these guys. So Rorden... I'm going to leave the wizard there. He's going to turn. He can't fire through Rorden, but that's okay. Rorden will step in. And he'll wait for the enemies to attack, which is not good. They're going to get some bonuses here. All right. So that is it for Rorden's turn. All right. Enemy phase. You do it by the furthest. So this one's the furthest. So it will go 1, 2. It will attack. It rolls. That is an armored. It rolls 3 to my 4. All right. It looks like I'm out of time, so I am going to have to continue this in the next video. I will be back next week, and we'll finish up this second adventure. Until then, this is Jim the Tabletop Engineer. Thanks for joining me, and I'll be back in a week. Everybody, take care.